My name is Courtney Kane and I am thrilled you are here. I am a psychic medium and energetic artist, and here we'll be exploring and connecting to the energy of the collective, discussing topics such as mediumship and finding out more about our intuitive gifts and abilities and what that means for us. If you'd like an opportunity to ask me questions in real time, join me when I go live. Please subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and engage with me and our community. And thank you so much again, guys, for finding us here, and I can't wait to connect with you even further. Hi guys, Courtney Kane here, psychic medium and psychic artist. This week, we are going to be setting our weekly intention, connecting with our guides and angels, and seeing what comes through. Everybody, do me a favor, connect to your breath. Take a good inhale in, big exhale out. Let's call them as guides and angels. So guides and angels on our right, guides and angels on our left, guides and angels in front, and guides and angels in back to balance and harmonize our time here, leaving us in the light and allowing nothing but the highest, the truest, or the best to manifest upon us now. I just heard from our guides and angels. I create space. I create space. Okay, guys. So when I hear that space, I'm seeing this week almost a theme of energy with people. And so I feel like, oh, that's of course why this intention's coming through. So many, and I feel like I'm even experiencing this too. So many of us are needing or wanting to solidify, where is it that I can either develop my gifts? Where's a safe space to do this? Where, and I mean a physical space. How do I set the tone and the space in my home, in my office? I create space. To me, that also could imply time. I could imply, or I create time for myself to spend in that space, time to connect to those guides and angels, you solidifying the moment, you setting that intention to acquire a space in your home. So many people don't feel as though they have I just take a breath as I say it, a space to either call their own. They don't want to necessarily be, say, meditating in a space with, their spouse or their partners or their children or their whatever. And even wanting to almost idealize what that space is supposed to look like, okay? So I create space. That, again, can be energetic space, or even the physical space to connect to your highest of energies. This gold metallic beautiful color coming through, letting you know that that space is abundant, that energy is abundant, and all you really need to do is go within to almost find it, or take the time to create that. If that's a physical space for you, take the time to create that space. This is something that my dear assistant actually said we need to do a video on, creating like an altar area. And so as I say that, like a meditation area and meditation space, if you will. And so having a place that you can feel very comfortable in to come to time and time again to connect to your energy, connect to those guides and angels, and create a space that feels grounded for yourself. I remember when I first started to meditate and hoping to connect to the guides and angels in a deeper way. And I remember purchasing a Buddha or a candle, incense, something that would help me almost ground my energy to a physical location, to almost help me solidify a time and a space that felt zen, if you will. And so if you're feeling as though that might help you connect, create the space, create the time, but set the intention to do that. And if you've already got a space, to be in that space this week, to set the tone for the energy that you're wanting to create this week, to set the time and the space for you to keep connecting to you. very often in that type of a space, I put pictures of my loved ones, sometimes the loved ones that have passed on. Here in my office, this studio is essentially my entire space, if you will, of connection. Soon, I'll be moving that studio, which I'm actually ecstatic about, back into my home. I've just purchased a new home, and so I will be creating a new space. And as I say that to you, I'm really super excited about it now. So I'm so happy to be able to share that. But being able to set that tone and that stage of what that area is going to be like for you, what is it that you would love to put in that physical space to present your connection to your guides, your connection to your guides and angels, your loved ones, and source or energy. So, your own, if you've had many sessions with me, you've got all your paintings, that being a really beautiful collective, sign almost to your guides and angels that you're taking your own spiritual work seriously. You're setting the tone and the stage to want to visualize your own energy by viewing again those paintings. Some, again, like I stated, I wanted a Buddha. I wanted a really cool Buddha, just to remind me to connect back to myself and almost silence and be still. That could be a cross for you. That could be a candle. Whatever that is. The painting, I'm almost tempted to leave it just as such. I think as I say that, your guides, actually, our guides, say, within this space, you creating the space within that space. So I almost want to put in more rectangles, more energy, more intuitive kind of prompts to connect. Just back in, you creating those spaces, however they look, big, small. Even in my car, I remember when I worked for a neurofeedback company for many years and loved that company, that business, and the friends that I made there too. I'm still very close to many of them. My space there, my desk was a sacred space. I had things that were meaningful to me, many things there that reminded me to connect back to myself while even still working and sitting there. Those things were really important to me. And so I really invite you to try to figure out what some of those sacred things are to you that you can incorporate into your spaces that remind you to keep grounded and coming back to yourself and connecting to your highest of energies. So something for me that was really helpful was connecting to myself in meditation on my lunch break. So even having, they make those incense matches that are like incense. And so I would sit in my car right before I would go back into the office, and I would sit in my car for maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and just breathe. The smell of the incense would kind of quiet me down and almost remind and invoke all of the senses to create that silent, quiet space that I needed at that time to connect back to me. So guys, whatever you need to do, however it is that you incorporate that space, however it is that you create that emotional space or physical space, I'd love to hear it. So share in the comments below. What you do might be a beautiful example of something that somebody might really be able to use. So I encourage you guys to share what those spaces look like down in the comments. And if you feel as though a friend could really use this information, please share this video or subscribe. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week, and we will set another weekly intention. I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you so much again, guys, for finding us here, and I can't wait to connect with you even further.